Hey there, Wes Dove with Dove Development and Consulting, and wanted to share a quick message of what you can expect this week from a daily dose of leadership and just a couple other things that are going on in the world of Dove Development and Consulting. So first and foremost, I've been over the last several weeks really using John Maxwell's How Successful People Think as kind of the subject matter now for a daily dose of leadership, but I've also woven in some different stuff. So many of you, if you've been around us for a while, you know Cindy and I did a pretty intensive study of Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill's 1937 classic earlier this year, and that was pretty stinking phenomenal. We were able to study that material with a couple of our mentors and just really go deep into that. One of my favorite books of all time is a book called The Magic of Thinking Big by Dr. David Schwartz that was written in the mid-60s. And John's book really builds on those two. He doesn't necessarily reference those two, but it's a book about thinking, and it's pretty cool. The reason that I've been really pounding that drum pretty hard over the last several weeks is we knew that he was going to roll out a new digital product with a crazy discount as part of the Live to Lead event just a few weeks ago, or however many days ago it's been at this point. And for the folks that attended live in Atlanta, they offered a very short time day of offer, and it was awesome. But through our partnership with the John Maxwell team and serving on his President's Advisory Council and so on, we're able to offer that same digital product that he offered day of for those attendees at 25% of the regular price. We're able to offer it through the end of February. So we're not broadcasting that heavily, but for those of you in our community, we're trying to do that. We want to be a blessing. It's a cool deal. But what we've done, we've tried to take it a step farther. We've tried to really build on that through our Leading at the Next Level series, which this week and next week, we're doing kind of a one-year anniversary where the content's really built on some stuff that I've worked through over the last several weeks in How Successful People Think. So we're building back to, but in March, we're going to lead a community. So the folks that take advantage of this digital product that John has on this book, How Successful People Think, or the folks that just read it, whatever, we're doing a video virtual mastermind study where we want to connect people, high-level leaders that have to think to make big decisions, that they've got to be strategic in their thinking, they've got to have big picture thinking. They've also got to have realistic thinking. They've got to have creative thinking. They've got to do these things that John talks about. And we're building that into this study so we can put good people together. And that's so much of what we try to do. When we facilitate our Live to Lead Harrisonburg event, we cap the room at about 200 so we can put people together and they can have roundtable discussions throughout the day and different breaks and whatnot. And we do a special event at the end called our Executive Summit where we put 40 or 50 people in small groups, and we really have them engage in intentional conversation about leadership topics. That's what we're doing with this virtual mastermind series that we launch in March. So there's several key pieces that we've been working through. So this week in a daily dose of leadership, so I've mentioned several things there. So the mastermind, I'll probably include a link wherever you see that to that mastermind that we're doing in March. I mentioned the digital product that John's offering. I'll put a link in for that as well. And we're also doing a benefit, an encore presentation for the folks that couldn't attend the Live to Lead Harrisonburg event with the licensed content that we've purchased. We're doing that as a fundraiser for the Harrisonburg Rockingham Chamber of Commerce coming up soon. So I'll put a link to that. We're doing just a half-day session where you can catch the exclusive content from John and Chris Hogan and Rachel Hollis and the rest of the folks that were part of that event on November 21st with at Blue Ridge with the Chamber for a discounted rate. It's a smaller session and so on. Again, everything goes to the Chamber, and we're doing some special stuff there to benefit the Blue Ridge Area Food Bank. But when it comes back to a daily dose of leadership this week, several weeks ago I made a reference in focused thinking when we were digging into that topic about how, based on our behavioral style, based on how we're wired, it might mean different things. We might need to really plan and be strategic about how we engage in focused thinking, whether we're outgoing or reserved, whether we're people-oriented or task-oriented. So this week, I'm going to really dive into that and break it down into the 4 different primary behavioral styles and say, here's what we need to be intentional about for that outgoing task-oriented person, that outgoing people-oriented person, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what you can expect. And wherever you're seeing this video, you should have several links. And my gosh, if you're seeing the video and you're not getting a daily dose of leadership straight to your inbox on a day-to-day basis, the 3 to 5 times a week we send it out, I've got that link included wherever you're seeing this video as well, so hopefully you can take advantage of this complimentary email series, get a special gift when just for signing up, and hopefully we can add value. We can develop a friendship through that series, and we can just see where it goes and make a difference in the people that we serve and really have a good community around leadership and effective team building and so on. With that, look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day. God bless.